your field. And that's what happens when you just have a few dot deliveries in the middle. You just force the players to do something different.
Well, the run rate is under 6 to the over, so the Yaks have done an exceptionally good job here. 4 overs remaining at the conclusion of this one. You would think that they would be aiming around 10 plus and over. There's 6 wickets in hand, but 2 very fine players at the crease. Both have had lots of success in this form of the game. Oh, he's got it through. He's got it through. And this will be a boundary. What about that for a shot?
And that's what Lofty Eaton can bring to the table. Very dangerous in this time of the game. Things have gone quiet. And he goes the reverse way. The switch hit. Not find that in the cricketing manual. Very poor fielding. Very poor cricket in the middle there by Yaks. You need to stop those. You have the batting side on the leash at the moment. Suddenly you give an easy 4 away. That's high. Should be taken. It's been put down. Oh dear. It's a crime at this stage of the game, and look at the stare Zishan Maqsood gave to the fielder as well. That could have easily been wicket number 5, and the danger man Lofty Eaton would have been on his way back.
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा. Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs your way of quality living.
Sharma into his third. It would have easily been 97 for 5 had that catch been taken of the last delivery of the last over. How close is this one?
He's leading a charmed life here, is Lofty Eaton. Probably just missing leg stump. It has spun a long way.
This could be close. Finger goes up. Bipin gets Lofty Eaton. Dropped in the previous over, but he does not last long. And this is a very, very good moment for the Yaks. That's because they've just been losing momentum. Half the side back in the dugout.
It's not easy umpiring out there when one ball is turning and one ball isn't. But Bipin doesn't bowl a big turning left arm spinner here. Here the decision is to bowl the arm ball. And it's just whether it's hit him outside the line or in the line of off stump. And it's been adjudged to have hit him in the line of off stump. It's definitely going on to hit the stumps. But that was an interesting innings from Ncell Lofty Eaton. He goes for 9. The Rhinos are 97 for 5.
What a moment in the game for Bipin Prasad Sharma, 16 years of age. NPL debut for the Yaks. Gets a wicket in game 1. Sweet 16, HD. Sohail Tanveer just had a chat with Andrew sometime back, and he's here in the middle. That's too ambitious over there. I can certainly understand the adrenaline at this point in time.
Just getting a little excited, isn't he? Tanveer looking to hit that over the leg side, but again it's the arm ball, but that's hit him outside the line of off stump.
Lasted one delivery in the last game, was out first ball, Sohail Tanvir. He's out second ball in this one. It's Bipin Prasad Sharma, the youngster making merry in the middle. It's the second blob here for Sohail Tanvir. And 2 wickets in this over. And the Rhinos have been pegged back. Brilliant comeback here by the Yaks.
They've been excellent with the ball today. And this young man has bowled big spinning left armour, and then he's bowled 2 arm balls, and now he bowls the turner again. He's knocking over some big players, this young man. Tanvir goes without scoring. 97 for 6, the Rhinos.
Last evening, Naren saw 5 on NPL debut, under 19 cricket, and today it's Bipin Prasad Sharma. Amar Rotela walks out. HD.
And Ravi Bopara stands and looks on at the non-striker's end, hoping that he can keep the strike for the following over. Could be a maiden wicket here. No. But the important thing, as far as the Yaks go, is that Bopara's lost the strike. That's 17 gone. What an over from Bipin. 98 for 6.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
DHI happier home. Today's है.
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश. यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी. सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश.
Innings, the Rhinos were comfortably placed at one stage, 82 for 3, and now they're 97 for 6. A brief partnership between Malla and Bopara, worth 60 for the 3rd wicket, held them get on track, but they were always behind that run rate. One thing that the Yaks have done well this morning is they've kept them on the leash, kept them quiet. 2 sixes only so far in the innings, into the final 18 deliveries. Amar Rotela in the middle. That's a good looking hit. That finally brings Bopara on strike. Yeah, he just played all over this one. Just took the pace of this delivery. Bipin Prasad Sharma. Yeah, went for that wild heave, wild swing of the bat, Sohail Tanvir. Yeah, completely lost it, and the youngster, oh, how delighted would he be to get the big man's wicket. Nicely fielded that shot, fine leg. That was travelling. It was hit really hard. Got the inside half of the bat. Keep it to 1. They'll need to do something over here. It's all Bopara from here on.
Well, he has to face 80% of the balls that are remaining. Just trying to think, what is a score they can bowl to? I know the surface has produced some turn. The Rhinos have done there. That should just be a single. He's calling for 2. Gets his head down, well run. The Rhinos did their damage with seam bowlers, but it's been the spin that has been difficult to play here.
Yeah. Bopara eyeing another 50. Played a very fine innings in the last game of his. Got 51 and 38 with 3 4s and 3 6s. There again he had a partnership with Kushal Malla. The crisis man for the Rhinos. Always bails them out of trouble. Yeah, he's picked that. Has he picked the spot as well? We'll have to wait and watch. Yes, very nicely executed. Beautifully done. Just helping himself with the angle coming into him. They'll need more of it.
There's some serious wrist work involved here, though, from Bopara. I mean, yes, it is drifting down the leg side, but he knows that fine leg is up inside that 30-yard circle. So he doesn't want to just chip it to the man at square leg on the boundary. He uses those brilliant wrists to get it fine enough for 4.
Yeah, on the brink of another half-century of Bopara, but that's not on his mind at the moment. It's how many he can accumulate in the remaining deliveries at his disposal. He'll need all the strike. Beautifully done. Accessing the gap. Back-to-back 50s. Brings it up with a very fine 4 behind backward square. He's standing tall in this innings for the Rhinos. 18 done is 1-1-1 for 6.
NPL वा आफ्नो मनपर्ने टिमको एन्थमलाई आफ्नो PRBT सेट गर्नुभयो त? डाउनलोड Ncell app now or dial *123*6#.
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं.
Dish Home, खुशीको connection.
It's from Ravi Bopara, and what a way to bring up the half-century. The stroke that he played to bring up the half-century. We talk about a magician with his wand. Well,
meanwhile, Bipin Prasad Sharma is making a nice little name for himself in the very first outing. Given the opportunity, bowl the penultimate over, and he's been deposited towards the cow corner region. That's a powerful strike from Rautela, and a good one as well at a good time.
yeah, he's made a mistake here, hasn't he, Bipin? He's bowled it pretty flat, but he's got his length all wrong. It's a real drag down. It's an old hit-me ball.
Interesting to see how he comes back in this delivery. Hit for a 6 very early in his over. Another drag down quicker this time with the arm. Very lucky, but Bopara has been the man.
How about this for a stroke? Oh, that is glorious.
Through him! This man is spelling magic in the middle. Bipin Prasad Sharma. That's wicket number 3 for him. Hit for a 6, comes back a ball later to disturb the stumps. That's a lovely piece of bowling.
Bowls the ball very, very quickly. That's flat, that goes in with the arm. There's no desire to spin that cricket ball. He just lets it drift in with the arm at a good pace. And another one goes. Falling in a heap here. Rautela goes for 9, 117 for 7.
Down the ground, gets some hand on it, Bipin. And finally, for the final delivery of the penultimate over, Bopara gets strike. Will he go for the big one, or will ideally want to look for strike for the remaining 6 deliveries, HD?
Yep, I think he's okay. just clipped his right wrist. That could have been ugly.
Yeah, he's been special this morning. Bipin Prasad Sharma, 16 years of age, and what a debut he's had in NPL. Getting a game, 3 for 21 in his 4. Got to applaud his efforts in the middle. Never easy when you're bowling to some fine batters in the middle, but there it is, an economy of 5.25.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
DHI Happier Home. छुट्टै छ है।
बैंकिङ सेक्टरमा पहिलो पटक सिद्धार्थ बैंकले ल्याएको छ सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स। यसमा पोइन्ट छ। सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई।
Shinwari just receiving some ice treatment over there, was hit on the wrist. That was a firmly struck hit from the bat of Rautela. Look at that. Oh, that can hurt. Mr. Shinwari, careful. That's why protective gear for umpires also these days has become mandatory. Just a correction here. Bipin did play his last game as well. Got 1 for 18 in his 4. 3 today. Which makes it 4 wickets in 2 games. So he's had a good start to the tournament for himself. Good to see the youngster making it count. Early days in his career. The idea is to thrive under pressure, and he's done that.
Final over here. Parr is desperate for the strike, but unfortunately he doesn't have it. It'll be Sharad.
This man can hit the ball as well. Sharad Vesavkar. Sampal to Sharad. Over to Bopara.
Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. That's what's required. This sort of total, yes, in a tricky surface, but there's no pressure on the team batting second. So it's very difficult for you to get behind the run rate when you're going to be chasing around about 6 to the over. Even if you have 2 or 3 very poor overs, the run rate's never going to get out of hand. So everything in favour of the Yaks here, unless Bopara can do something miraculous.
Who's the call? Sharad has to put in the sprint. A little bit of a blip there. Oh, misfield. Dave Kannal it is. Should have done better. You want to keep Bopara off strike at this stage.
I think they would have run anyway, and Bopara would have kept the strike, but Sharad would have been run out by half a pitch if this is a good clean pickup. But it's not. Twice he struggles. It's the handle.
Firmly struck. And look at Sharad. He's put in the sprint. Another misfield. 2 more runs. Bopara back on strike. These are small, crucial moments where teams need to capitalize upon. Can be the difference by the end of it.
Yeah, 1 out to long off, 1 out to long on. I think Bopara is almost resigned to it being a single. Sharad says, no ways, I'm coming. And the misfield helps him to just dawdle through for 2.
How early did Sharad set off for that run? Just went along with Sompal Kami into his run-up. Final 3 deliveries. Down the ground this time, even straighter. Much better in the field. This could be close. I reckon Bopara is struggling. Fairly understandable in that last double as well, that he was not able to do it in time. This time around, maybe, despite the dive, he could be shot.
Nepal pay decision pending might reveal that Bopara is short. He feels he's already making his way off the ground. He puts in the dive, but the throw is a good one. Walton's got to do the rest. I think he's going to be okay. We might have to have a look from the other side, because we can't see if the bails are off or when they come off. Ravi Bopara is going to have to make his way back onto the ground. He can't quite believe it. You're quicker than you think, Ravi.
Just a quick reminder, he's only 39 years young. Chadwick Walton is amazed. A bit of disbelief on the face of Bopara. I'll tell you what, he's setting an example. Age no bar in this format. Yeah, but good presence of mind there by Dev Karnal. Throw it at the strikers and sensing Bopara was struggling. Did that get some bat on the way to the pad? Yeah, the intent was right, execution missing this time. Runs given.
Yeah, just a little scratch.
Yaks have done well with the ball this morning. Good toss to win, bowlers responding. Zishan amongst wickets, Bipin as well. Kept them quiet. The Rhinos have found hitting not easy. Into the final delivery. Down the leg side, final legs up in the circle. The finishing touches provided here by Sharad. They'll finish on 130 for 7 in their 20 overs. I'm not too sure if this is enough, but the Yaks would want to believe this can be chased down. It's been Bopara all the way, 50 in the last game, unbeaten, 59 runs today. And he's been the man who's helped the Rhinos find some respectability in their total.
Nice finish, 12 runs from the final over. Sharad putting the finishing touches to the over with a little boundary. He would have looked at the square leg umpire hoping that he would have extended his arm to say no ball for height, but it wasn't the case. And so the innings does come to a close. 130 for 7, yes, you would think a few short. But I tell you what, we've seen what the Rhinos have done with the new ball before. In their previous encounter, they had the opposition 7 for 6.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट चिया होस् वा कफी होस् हरेक दिन हुनेछ सधैँ सुजल डेरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा लगानी किन गर्ने? आफ्नो बच्चाको उज्जवल भविष्यको लागि, आनन्दसँग रिटायरमेन्ट बिताउनको लागि, आफ्नो सपनाको घर बनाउनको लागि, लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनको लागि। त्यसैले सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी मा हरेक महिना सानो सानो लगानी गरी लङ टर्ममा धेरै फाइदा पाउनुहोस्। सिद्धार्थ एसआईपी।
भाइ दुईटा चिसो रेड बुल गर्दिनु नि यार।
भाइ रेड बुल
के दिएको यो? रेड बुल भनेपछि रेड बुलले चाहिन्छ।
रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ।
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट।
तिमीलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
And the winner of Miss Nepal World 2023 is Miss DHI Switcha प्रधान।
नमस्कार, म मिस नेपाल र मिस DHI श्रिक्षा प्रधान। मेरो यो जितको खुसीमा मलाई साथ दिने DHI ले हजुरहरूको घरमा पनि धेरै खुसी ल्याउनेछ। Wishing you all a happier home.
DHI happier home छुट्टै छ है।
विदेश घुमघामको फन Ncell रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड Ncell एप नाउ or dial *123#.
म त निर्धक्क छु। प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स छ साथ। अनि तपाईको?
प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स, protecting your future.
Himstar for a complete home.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा. Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
फसेनी हैन बाहिर यसरी भित्र जान त गाह्रो छ हैन हैन इजी
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Himstar for a complete home.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs le buzeko cha your way of quality living.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
Himstar for a complete home. Himstar for a complete home.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
I dare to express myself freely. I dare to aim with precision. I dare to explore new paths, fueled by ambition and unshakable focus. I dare to imagine a world where innovation isn't just a concept, but a reality. I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
10 blast, pipes, fittings, tanks, member of 10 group.
नयाँ पुस्ताका सपनाहरू थाहै नपाइकन आफ्ना सपनाहरू बनिसकेका हुन्छन् ती सपनाहरूलाई पूरा गर्नुस् खुलेर जिउनुस् सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल
अब खेल्ने छ नेपाल
म त निर्धक्क छु प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स छ साथ अनि तपाईको
प्रभु इन्स्योरेन्स प्रोटेक्टिङ योर फ्युचर
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं।
NPL Live को unlimited excitement तपाईकै हातमा. Catch the live stream, highlights, NPL packs, free tickets, games and more from NPL with Ncell app. Download Ncell app now.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
Himstar for a complete home.
विदेश घुमघामको फन Ncell रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड Ncell app now or dial *123#.
Neoco world-class range को solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र gas hobs ले तपाई र तपाईको घरको पूर्ण रूपमा केयर गर्छ किनकि नियोले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Himstar for a complete home.
तिमलाई गुलाब साह्रै मन पर्छ है अनि चन्दनको सुगन्धले मनलाई शान्त र पवित्र बनाउँछ।
मङ्गलदीप गुलाब चन्दन पूजा अगरबत्ती।
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app. Unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
Here we go. Oh, now this is pretty close, but probably height is going to save Shekhar. Pakistan versus India out there for the first ball. I think it's going over the top. Manali Patel joins me. Manali, what do you reckon? Probably just a bit too much bounce. Oh, that's close.
That one looked a bit mighty close to me. That replay, the height looked all right. So Tanvir shakes his head ever so slightly as he walks back. Might be a bit hard done on that decision.
Really close, wasn't it? Really close. At first I thought height, but then on second look, oh, I'm not so certain. Dev Canal said he needed runs. He definitely does.
Okay, coming round the wicket.
18-year-old captain of the under-19s in January down in South Africa. A good campaign. He's got scores of 1 and 0. Oh, and so nearly another 0. Now let's get a look at this LBW, Manali. What do you think? It's not missing on line, is it? It's just a question of height.
Yeah, I don't really think it's missing on much at all. Maybe just pitching outside that off-stump line, but it looked like he was going to strike that leg stump.
You could actually see leg stump. That's the key thing. I think Shekhar might have got away with one here. No rivalry like it. They call it the greatest rivalry in world sport, not just in cricket. India v Pakistan. That's what we have here. A little mini clash of two icons of the white ball game for the two cricketing titans. Sohail Tanvir wasn't best pleased.
I mean, you had a really good chat with him earlier in that first innings. Great to hear from him how he goes about perfecting his art. That looked mighty close. He's got a life here, Shekhar Dhawan.
The other thing I was struck by, I was actually going to say it, but I didn't want to embarrass Sohail Tanvir. Did you see the size of his hands when he was holding the ball that I gave him talking through the grip? massive. The ball almost looked like a small ball in his hands, not a full-size one.
I will say that's the sort of impression I have with most of these pace bowlers. That ball just looks so small in their hands. But yeah, big hands. And the thing is, he simplified what he does, but not everyone can do it, right? It takes years of practice and it takes years of perfection. He talked you through the slower ball, he talked you through the grip, but the fact of the matter is, it takes a lot of work to actually get your wrist in those positions, and not everyone's actually able to even get into those positions.
And also, in Sohail's case, he said it himself, it's a completely unique action. It's what pundits or coaches will describe as bowling off the wrong foot. It's somewhat of an optical illusion, as he jumps into his bound in a different manner to most bowlers. Plenty of famous cricketers have done it over the years, and I think there's a growing acceptance. I know you're heavily involved in coaching, Manali. Growing acceptance that unorthodoxy is not necessarily a bad thing. It's Dev Canal, that is going to fill him full of confidence. He is such a stylish player, very shy of runs thus far. His first boundary of the 2024 NPL.
Yeah, that expression after he's hit it tells it all. Picked really well, right off the pads, and it's gone all the way for 4. It also means we've given 4 education kits for school children for every 4 that's scored. Excellent initiative this by the Ncell Foundation.
Change of angle over the wicket and solid in defence. Well done, Dev Canal, much better. End of the first, 6 for none.
Dark fantasy.
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
Scarves and all the player welcomes, they've kind of been welcomed in. There's a big tradition here of pashminas up in this part of the world. Get you in on our day off to Tamil, where they sell the most beautiful pashminas, Manali.
I picked one up just a couple of days ago, actually. This one's not... Literally 2 days ago.
How did you have time to do that? You've only been here for 48 hours.
Right after the game. I had to go get myself some warm clothing.
Rijan Dakal to get things going. Sohail Tanvir spoke glowingly about the young Nepal international who, in what is now becoming a bit of a contested left-arm seamer's spot in the national team, is the #1 for the moment. Stiff competition too. Pratish GC held sway during the T20 World Cup. And also, I really like the look of young Durgesh Gupta. I know he's not capped internationally yet, but I think he might have a chance too.
We talk about the scarves. It reminds me a lot of soccer, because we don't see them very often in cricket, but we see them quite often in soccer. Perfect as well for this time of year here. Have you gotten a scarf yet?
Oh, beauty beats the outside edge. This is a special delivery to a man who's been there, seen it all, done it all. Rijan Dakal's just done them all ends up. It's the shape. Now, we spoke in the pre-game show, and Sohail Tanvir spoke about the ability to swing it back into the right-hander. That's away from the left-hander. The perfect piece of left-arm swing bowling from Rijan Dakal. There is the super fan. He's got the top off. Tattoos of Sheikha on the arm. Iconic players. You think of Sachin Tendulkar. Two guys in the front. If you just pan down there, hopefully you'll be able to see, look, on the arm and on the top of the chest. You can actually see not just one Shikhar tattoo, several, and then their hairstyle on the left. Sachin Tendulkar at his superfan, Mahendra Singh Dhoni his too. Shikhar Dhawan's is here in Kathmandu. And he's here to see shots like that. Oh, that's going to fill Dhawan full of confidence. Vintage Shikhar at his very best.
Super fans on his feet as well. Celebrating a very good looking stroke from Shikhar Dhawan. Goes right down the ground. Placed it. Didn't need to overhit it at all as he picks up a boundary. Past the hand of the bowler.
That's now the 200th four in this tournament, so that means we're going to see 200 education kits delivered around the country for school children. That's powered by the Ncell Foundation, leaving a lasting legacy here in Nepal. Great to see. Plenty of other super fans, isn't there? There's the super fan for Pakistan, one for Sri Lanka too, but in India it's the super fan of a player. I think there's a Virat Kohli one as well, isn't there?
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a super fan for every player in India. They're so passionate. It's just incredible how much of a fan following the Indian players have. And I suppose in a way Nepal fans as well.
It's the outside edge again. Despite that straight drive, it's a marvellous over from young Rijan Dakal. 4 from it, 10 for none.
Watch NPL on the go on Ncell app, unlimited YouTube and other NPL packs. Download Ncell app now or dial *123*9#.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
प्रस्तुत छ 10 Plast, अटूट जोड, मजबूत सम्बन्ध. 10 Plast pipes, fittings, tanks, member of 10 Group.
Lalit Rajbanshi has been exceptional, particularly with the new ball. The premier left-arm spinner in the country. Plenty more young talent shining. Love Sohail Tanvir's unorthodoxy. How do you go about coaching somebody like that, who does things in his own method, Manali?
Yeah, it's this school of thought between coaching and how exactly we go about coaching has changed a lot over the years. I think is he Taklu Dai number 2 there?
Well, Taklu Dai Dui, that would be in local language. I'm just glad neither our producer nor director are allowed near a commentary mic. Taklu Dai superfan, I heard in my ear there.
Yeah, just going back to your question, we're now getting away from the school of thought that everyone needs to look a certain way when we're playing. That technique and the correct technique idea has gone out the window a bit. If it works for you and you're successful and you're able to execute without causing injury to yourself, there's absolutely no reason to change it. Effective, repeatable, and it doesn't cause injury, and you're good.
Does that mean you look at the output almost more than the actual act of how it happens?
Absolutely, and it's about the outcome. You figure out how to get to that outcome as long as you're able to get to it successfully.
There's a horrible period, wasn't there, of kind of over-coaching, over-technical correctness, particularly in England. They completely changed their syllabus, didn't they, in terms of now the more modern way, probably more of an Australian viewpoint, and particularly think of the unorthodoxy here within this part of the world. The Sri Lankan players, the Indian players, and the Pakistani players, they're the ones now that are being looked to. Afghanistan too, think of Rashid Khan.
Yeah, it makes you wonder as well over the years how many good players we might have lost, because coaches and selectors might have thought, well, this person does not look ideal and therefore is not the right person for that role. But yeah, it's really, technique is important in a way, but it's just an enabler to become successful. If you cannot manipulate that technique when you're out there, given the scenario of the game, then it's worthless.
Again, loving this little mono v mono battle. India v Pakistan. Sohail Tanvir v Shikhar Dhawan.
I really wonder if they're even looking at it that way. Could just be two players having a good time out in the middle. Really positive to see that the contest on the field is often matched with some great friendship off the field, and that's what you want to see from sport. We want to see positivity coming out of sport. Shape again, and this time it's well left. Required run rate just shy of 7 runs. It's not the largest of totals that the Yaks are chasing here, 131. So we take a look at that movement away, just nipping away from the right-hander. What an experience this is for some of the locals to get to face someone with the likes of Sohail Tanvir. A lot of the internationals, the overseas players, bringing their set of experiences, the knowledge that they bring. And that really helps grow the sport faster for the locals too, doesn't it?
A tight start from two excellent bowlers. Yaks 12 for none.
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys र ग्यास हब्सले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
अब सिद्धार्थ बैंकको कार्ड प्रयोग गरी खरिद गर्दा मोबाइल ब्याङ्किङबाट टप अप गर्दा रिवार्ड पोइन्ट अर्न गर्नुहोस्. सिद्धार्थ रिवार्ड्स, यसमा पोइन्ट छ. सिद्धार्थ बैंक, सम्बन्ध सधैँभरिलाई.
तपाईको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौ.
I dare to overcome every hurdle and shine like a beacon. Presidential Graduate School, where every step leads to a new adventure.
Oh, this place in the morning game is going to be a sea of yellow as the Sudar Prashim Royals be at it again. They'll be looking to make it 3 from 3. Just as Chitwan Rhinos are looking to make it 3 from 3. To do so, they're going to have to bowl exceptionally well. The Yaks right now won't be concerned with the required run rate. It's only 7 per over. Just want to keep wickets in hand through this power play. Keeper now up to the stumps.
Yeah, well played this. Moves across the stumps, just works it into the leg side, tucks it for a quick single. You only need 7 runs and over. The bowling side, they've got to try and find a miracle somewhere. Need a couple of quick breakthroughs, especially if you can get the wicket of Shikhar Dhawan. Big win that. Had a couple of decent innings already here at the Nepal Premier League.
Must be a single into the leg side. If you're just tuning in for the first time, maybe enjoying the action on Star Sports, wondering how the competition works, there's a captain, Kushal Malla. This is the points table. 8 teams, each play each other once, and the top 4 go to the playoffs. Big advantage if you finish first or second, because you get 2 chances to go to the grand final. Exact same as that kind of IPL style format to the playoffs. If you finish in the bottom 4, you're gone. Cannot get your hands on the iconic trophy. Dhawan pulls this away imperiously, in some style. His second boundary, the best shot of the chase thus far.
Yeah, making matters a bit more difficult for the Rhinos. 202 tournament 4s now. Shikhar Dhawan gets a good hold of this, just a bit too short, and helped into the leg side, pulled beautifully. There's 1 bounce, 4 runs. And they're loving it. The Yaks fans. Good to see the skipper coming and having a chat with the bowler. Just get a bit of confidence back in him. Really need to bowl in the right areas though when you're defending a low total like this. And they've swayed on the line, they've swayed on the length.
Now through the offside, a little 1-2 salvo from Shikhar Dhawan. In fact, it's gone all the way for 6. What a shot that is. Slightly overpitched, yes. Imperious again from Dhawan.
Boy, he's made this look very easy, Shikhar Dhawan. Overpitched, and just the amount of power in those wrists. Doesn't overhit it, but he's timed that through the offside, through the covers for 6. That's a difficult looking shot that he's made look very easy.
Now the pressure piled on young Rajan Dakal. He's changing the field everywhere. Back goes the man where the 6 was hit, and up comes deep third. So there's a cover sweeper now in place. Here's Dhawan going to target. Happy to take the single. That's excellent batting, using every ounce of his experience. Bang, bang, single. 11 runs, 3 balls. Dhawan looking so good.
He just needs to try and keep his length in line, Dakal. The boundary was a bit too short. The 6 a bit too full. He can just get that consistency on the length and the line. He can try and keep his side in this contest for the Rhinos. This one, decent length, just able to push it into the offside for a quick single.
That's whipped away. There's protection out there. Dev Canal wants the second. Shikhar says, no, we've got enough runs from this over. And right he was. 14 come off it. It's 26 for none.
सुजल डेयरीको उत्कृष्ट उत्पादन डिलाइट डेयरी व्हाइटनरले अब हरेक दिन डिलाइटफुल।
विदेश घुमघामको फन एनसेल रोमिङले थप्छ छन्। बेस्ट रोमिङ प्याक्स रु 100 देखि सुरु। डाउनलोड एनसेल एप नाउ or dial *123#.
DHI happier home. छुट्टै छ है।
This little incident whilst we were in between the overs there. Shikhar, maybe one of the stars of the show in this MPL, but he's been treated rightly, as he should be, like every other player, by our 2 standing umpires. I think it relates to an incident the previous over where Shikhar may have just run straight down the pitch. Let's take a look here. I think he's all right there. Not near the danger zone for me. Then look at this. It's a stern old word, isn't it, from Bismillah Jan Shinwari. And Shikhar, have a look at this. Not happy. Off he goes. Happened a couple of times in the over. Wonder will that fire Shikhar up. Now here's a good move, I think. Get some experience into the attack. Sharad Vasakar, very handy off spinner. I think he'd probably prefer to be bowling to Shikhar Dhawan, but he'll have to bowl to Dev Canal now. The legends of the game here. Sharad is a canny bowler too.
Starts well. I think the trick for the Yaks is this left-hand, right-hand combination. Doesn't allow for the bowlers to settle. And with that single, now he's got to readjust his line because he's got Shikhar Dhawan, the lefty, on strike.
He's worked a lot on his bowling in recent years. He didn't bowl a huge amount at the start of his career. As he's moved into the veteran territory, he's definitely got more control of his off breaks. Quite a stylish bowler, actually. Does give it a tweak. Dhawan will canter back for a couple here very easily.
Three bowlers used so far between Soil Tanvir, The call, and now Sharad, no breakthrough yet. And this is foreign territory for the Rhinos, where the openers haven't picked up early wickets. Sohail Tanvir, 5 for a couple of games ago, bowled really well in the last game. Dekal picked up wickets as well.
Yeah, 3 for in his first outing, then 5 for in his second. Incredible from Sohail Tanvir. But he's been kept wicketless. Just doing a bit of look at the career numbers for Tanvir and Dhawan. They never actually played against each other in an India v Pakistan game, which is surprising given their career spans were similar. Tanvir 2007, 2017. Sheeker started a little later, but his last international in 2022. But we're getting to see them square off here in Nepal. Good start from the Yaks. It's 31 for none.
यो निकाल्न इजी छ सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश
प्रस्तुत छ 10 Plast अटुट जोड मजबुत सम्बन्ध 10 Plast pipes fittings tanks member of 10 group
अब खेल्नेछ नेपाल
Good start this by the Yaks. No fireworks, but there don't need to be any. It's column that looks really healthy. We'll want to be just managing things like this. There's an appeal. We're going to go and have a look upstairs. I'll pay decision pending. Dev Karnal seems pretty confident that he's okay. Oh, beautifully, wasn't it? No pace on it.
Nicely bowled from Mala. Very canny left arm spinner. Hike across the line. Too early with the shot. Should be safe. I was just going to say HD. Are the Yaks going to be the first team not to lose a wicket in power play? Am I going to jinx it? 5.131. They've blunted the new ball attack, which is a win. Tanvir and Dakal, yeah, that's not out. Rightfully so.
You're 100% right. That's exactly what they obviously went out there and did and said, look, their real threat is Tanvir and Dakal at the top. They've done all the damage for the Rhinos over the course of their opening few games. Let's just look after them. Yep, we'll score, but there's no need for us to take any unnecessary risks. We're only chasing 130. They've done it brilliantly.
Good to see Sheeker going and having a chat with Dev Karnal, the young under-19 batter. 9 of 18 balls. He's under a bit of pressure to score.
That's the best place to settle at the non-striker's end. Does well to get off.
That's what Sheeker would have said. Give me the strike against the left-arm spinner. Don't do anything silly. It's good to have that calming influence sometimes as a senior batter. When so much goes through the mind of a youngster, just to have that nerves of calm, just come in your ear and give you the right type of advice.
What does Shikhar Dhawan have for us here against the left-arm spin of Mala? He over pitches. Shikhar Dhawan will go downtown, over long on, down even towards the mid-wicket area. So Mala can't afford to be too full. Nicely bowled. Good over from Kushal Mala. So the power play is done. They haven't lost a wicket. The Yaks have 32.
म त पैसा लिन्छु आइमी पेमा चाहियो के र खर्च गर्न सजिलो कार्डबाटै किन्छु म लिन्छु म ब्याज पनि पाइन्छ हो विदेशबाट आएको रकम वेलकम टु आइमी पे वालेट आइमी पे भए चाहियो के छ सबै सेट
तपाईँको असली एनर्जी रेड बुल असली नै रोजौं
Pond Super Light Gel with hyaluronic acid. 200% instant hydration. Miracles happen.
We always have early starts here. It's a little bit chilly in the morning. But once that sun comes out, it really is quite beautiful. And the grass banks are starting to fill up nicely. By the time the afternoon game starts, we're pretty much at capacity. Gerard's going to keep going. Bowled a tidy first over. Went for just the 5. At the feet.
Yeah, good from Dev Kanal. It's a good use of the feed. Good shot into the gap along the ground. Gets him a couple. Needs to get a little bit of move on that will take the pressure off Shikhar Dhawan. It's been a cautious start. 34 for no loss.
No, not convincing. Do you think he feels pressure? Do you think a player with that experience feels pressure? Do cricketers always feel it no matter the competition they play in? It's pitched well outside leg stump.
Everyone feels a little bit, especially when you come to a tournament like this. You've got such expectations and you've got that pride in your performance. So definitely Shikhar will have a bit of nerves. That's more like it. That's the Dev Kanal we know. And he's taken full toll of the senior Sharad Vesavkar. And they're getting a move on now, just after power play. And Shikhar Dhawan has been such a good influence for him. It's a Siddhartha bank 6, crossing ropes, creating hopes. Good shot, change of angle from over the wicket, but was right into the wheelhouse. And it's dispatched way into the crowd. Good swing of the bat. He's coming back around the wicket now. You like that angle, don't you, HD?
I've always been a fan of see the left arm spinners bowl around the wicket to right-handers, but I like to see left arm spinners bowl around the wicket to left-handers. I like to see off spinners bowl around the wicket to right. I just think it's more of an attacking angle of attack. I know that I might be speaking predominantly about the longer version of the game because it gives you more modes of dismissal. The ball, you get someone LBW, get them caught slip. What's your feeling?
100%. It just brings more modes of dismissals into play, especially day one. If there's rough, it's understandable that you go over the wicket, try and hit those foot marks. But on a good wicket, if you can spin the ball around the wicket, definitely creates a better angle. See Nathan Lyon doing that. It's 7 overs gone. 43 for no loss.
आफ्ना हरेक चिन्ताहरू अब हामीलाई छोडिदिनुस्। तपाईको भोलिको भरपर्दो साथी सानीमा रिलायन्स लाइफ इन्स्योरेन्स खुलेर जियौं।
तर यो जिद्दी दाग यो निकाल्न इजी छ। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश यसको 10 हातको शक्ति छ यस्तो जसले जिद्दी दाग निकाल्न गर्छ इजी। सर्फ एक्सेल इजी वाश।
Neoco solar water heaters, water purifiers, chimneys, the gas hobs ले बुझेको छ your way of quality living.
Can't wait, won't wait. Sunfeast Dark Fantasy.
Motor and JQ, the fastest growing brand in the world. Blade battery technology. Technology is moving far too quickly for my liking. What a beautiful car that is.
We enjoyed that drive to the stadium the other day. Quite comfortable, I must say. You were sitting in front, looking at that giant sort of screen they have, the tap screen. It's beautiful.
Just had the privilege of driving in it for the one day. see the left-handed Mala bowling around the wicket to the left-handed Shikhar Dhawan. I just think even in one-day cricket, let's just look at a left-hander bowling to a left-hander, for example, is that when he comes down the wicket, the ball can go straight on past the outside edge. You can get someone out stumped. You can't just nonchalantly plonk your front pad down the wicket, because if it lands on and straightens, you can get someone out LBW. So I like the fact that it gets even used in the shorter versions of the game. You were speaking about Nathan Lyon. Too often, I think the spinners are happy to be just hit down the ground for a single every ball. And so left armers will bowl over the wicket to the left-hander, and they'll just plug them away down to long on through mid-wicket and score too easily. Easiest way to restrict a team is by getting wickets.
No doubt. And when you bowl round the wicket, you bring both edges into play. You can slide the one across the left-hander or bring it back and get him LB. Very difficult to get an LBW decision from over the wicket, because your impact is either outside off or the ball